Yay, back just in time for the Keurig to make all its crazy noises. I've got coffee. Coffee coming. How's everybody doing? Welcome again. If you just got here, you've only been here for a little while. Thursday, yes, Thursday. Trying to make up for not having a Wednesday stream. Meant to start extra early today. Had a client to see this morning, computer client to see this morning, who yesterday afternoon canceled on me by text. So I cleared it off my schedule and I started planning to start the stream very early, like 9 o'clock this morning my time. And then a few hours later I get a text back saying, oh, it's not fixed, by the way. Let's keep the appointment for tomorrow, okay? Anyways, needed the work, kept the appointment. Got to go power someone's printers off and back on, despite having suggested that already. Anyways, it was a predictable appointment. All frustratingly predictable appointment. But you take what work you can get, right? What do I do with computers? I act as a psychotherapist to the people who own them, is mostly what I do. And occasionally fix them. Software, hardware, these days it's more software. Not a lot of hardware repair anymore. Not in the consumer markets. I mean, what hardware actually gets repaired? Occasionally replace something simple and modular that fails, stick a memory, a power supply. There's not a lot of repair these days. Mostly replace. So it's a lot of software support and a lot of people support. I'd say most people who have been doing computer service work for as long as I have moved into a particular niche or gone to work for some company that does a particular thing. I've stayed self-employed for a very long time. I like the freedoms. I'm a terrible businessman. Makes it hard to make money. But I'm very good at what I do. I like solving problems, and I like it when people are empowered to do things. I find it very frustrating when I work with my clients to achieve that goal, and there's never any progress towards them feeling empowered to getting anything done. But enough about me. For the therapy. Nice. No, it's just the reality of it. Computers are very frustrating. Whether or not you have a computer problem, we all suffer from what I call information overload. The world today just has too much information thrown at all of us every day, constantly, for us to ever really process it all properly. So depending on whatever we're doing in our lives, at some point we run into stuff that is just frustrating. Because we don't know how it works or what it is or what to do. We've all got that in parts of our lives. A lot of people have that with technology. And it's understandable, but it's not going to change. It's not going to change. I worked with a different tech, not the last time, but second to last tech job I had before starting my own business was working with this very smart Swiss-German guy, where I learned a lot of what I know about networking comes from way back then, working with him, rather than any formal training. But when I worked for him back around the turn of the century, we talked a lot about how we thought our jobs were going to disappear. That pretty soon the computers would be too cheap to purchase and replace, and nobody would fix them at all, period, and you would just buy devices that were too simple to screw up and too cheap to not replace when they failed, and then we'd be out of work as service and support techs. That was wrong. The computers have gotten very cheap, relatively speaking, very cheap, and cheaply made. Things break more often, but where we were wrong is they did not get simpler. We just kept putting more and more and more shit into our devices, big and small, until nobody knew how to use them properly. unless you spend a lot of time getting to know them. And nobody can just hand that to someone else. If you want to understand the device you've got, you got to spend time with that device. Everything is just going nuts. We have so much information that everything has to be iconified now. We can't even fit text menus on our computers anymore. Everything has to turn into small representations with little graphics that are totally inconsistent with, one system to another. Because we have too much shit and we can't even fit it on the screens we have. Welcome back. It's okay, Eva. I was just rambling. Just rambling. Did I actually start the quest? Is this related to the quest? The newspaper Les Pères Duchesne. Right? Duchesne. Citizens, at long last the sordid and depraved Marquis de Sade is soon to plop his head in a basket. He is charged with moderatism, but in reality his crimes descend to far greater depths. Our congratulations to the office of Prosecutor Auquier Tinville in the Grand Châtelet in anticipation of a successful prosecution. The editor. You're having a party with DJ Entrobot. So that's another reason I moved Entrobot, the Discord Entrobot, into a virtual server. I just couldn't have the bandwidth coming in and out on my own shitty connection during a stream, especially, but also at night. Whenever TDS falls apart and I don't have an internet anymore, but a potato, which is every night. Oh, yes. Yes, he just dropped his notes and ran. That's why I moved it into the cloud. Well, now you can use it all day long. You can listen to music, even during the stream if you want. Alright, BD Gray, we'll see you later. Oh, right on. Well, Sebor, if you do have questions now, another day, feel free to ask. I try not to talk too much tech on stream, but talking in general about tech in our lives is be pretty interesting. I want that chest. Whatever that nomad chest is. I don't really... Fine. The thief is going to stand there for me, then we'll tackle the thief. But I want that chest. Well, that's some nice coin. Why am I not looting more chests if there's that much coin in those chests? Blue ones even. What happened to the Marquis de Sade? We have a mission target? Yes, we do. Is there anyone who doesn't want me to save the Marquis de Sade? Just because he's a sick fuck. I think we're gonna save him. It'd be more interesting to save him than just let him die, right? Or you only complete the quest if you save him. Watching him get his head chopped off, as amusing as that might be, it's probably not a quest completion. How's the Witcher poll going? It was still the third Witcher, and I think all subs have voted, so unless there's suddenly a bunch more subs in the next week who vote for something else, we'll probably be going back to the NG Plus Death March, and we're going to spend a whole week on it. So the last week of the month will be Witcher, very likely Witcher 3, and I think we'll get back to Hearts of Stone at some point. Pretty sure we will. We'll have time to do that too. So we'll be doing NG Plus Death March, Hearts of Stone. Do you? It's do you like the medieval? RV? Hey, I'm RV. Am I reading that right? Do we call you RV? Or did I get that way wrong? Poor Jay would have to leave Chris again. Well, it's the same playthrough. It's the same playthrough. So I already broke Triss's heart this time, and it broke my own. I'm all about Team Triss. Okay, Arno, come on, work with me here. But we decided a while ago that this is Yennefer. We're going Team Yennefer for this playthrough. Thank you, Arno. Nice, thank you. Witcher 3. I have to teach you a lot of things, weird things you can't understand. There's a lot of people here who would love to give you Witcher tips, so ask away. I mean, me too. I'd be happy to give you Witcher tips. But you will probably get a lot of answers if you ask Witcher questions. So I say go for it. Oh, clown shoes. Didn't grab that pole. You're trying to... Okay, Sebor, I missed your comment before, but I see what you're saying. Your training is in research biology, but you want to approach some sort of programming. Well, a lot of programming can be applied to biology. Although...
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
RV, thanks for the follow. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. The, What medical science doesn't leverage a lot of computing power these days, and writing efficient software to solve problems, the way to go. Also a lot of money in that. Whoa, okay, you just dove right through the window and started a fight. Well, that's one way to make an entrance. Yeah. Don't mind me. Witcher Brand, how you doing? Curious. Hey, you can't pick up bodies, can you, and move them? Jim, you're getting sick, knocked it out with vitamin C. But that worked. Oh. I assume they're hostile, even though they don't... And they're not red. I'm thinking they would turn hostile if they saw me.
Touch of the old toys in the attic.
3, 2... Simply gone. Right. I was wondering how he could possibly not see me go in there. I still don't have ground execution, although now I realize why, because I have to buy it. So that's why half the time Arno won't do anything. Whoa! That was a bit of a panic. His buddy, is he gonna figure that out? Does he have any idea that his friend was just assassinated in front of him? Answer is no. No, he does not.
Christ. Brebeuf, who did this? I want you vermin out. You can't escape.
Those animations are pretty broken, as is that guy's line of sight. It looks a little bit like a ninja suit. If I could get it darker, I would, but it's gonna cost a lot. There is a darker version of it. Well, let's see. Can I afford it now? I think it was like 10,000 Assassin points or Creed points or whatever they call them there. Gear loadout. equipment, colors. There was a Darkest Alley, black and green. Cost 10,000. And there's Pure Shadow, but I need to collect 100 cockades. Yay! You're commandeering your son's room for an office since he's graduated from high school and boot camp. He completely off on his own now then? Are you actually taking his room? Does that look good? Hey, thank you, Witcher Brand. Just testing it for the first time today. It looks like Twitch Alerts has been actively developing their chat box, so it has more... It looks really good now, I think, and I don't remember exactly what it looked like before, but I remember not wanting to use it when I first looked at it. NK for Darkest Alley, or we collect 100 cockades for Pure Shadow. Moldy Fire, what's going on? Thank you for the follow, Moldy Fire. Eating the alert to it for once. Welcome aboard. Welcome aboard the starship.
I have detected a signal embedded in the static.
Yeah, the alerts are a little slow. Maybe it's... I don't know if it has anything to do with getting the chat from them as well. Probably unrelated. 10,000 for White Eagle. I think we'll just wait. Maybe I should collect a whole bunch of those. Moldy Fire, what kind of Assassin's Creed fan are you? Are you a Assassin's Creed fan, I'm guessing? Popping in the, Hold on a second. Let me, vertically? Does it just scroll off? I wonder about, I might just suppress the bot from showing up in the chat box. Is another option. Why am I going this way? But you can't whistle in Unity. Coming back to the different Assassin's Creed games, Moldy Fire, which ones do you like? The one you recently got from the chest, that was Edwards. Black Flag outfit. Sure, it looks pretty cool. Take a look. I could save this as an outfit, but I think I have to put it back on in pieces. Gear loadout, outfits. More a fan of Black Flag, 1, 2, and 3. Black Flag was excellent. Speaking of, there's the outfit. It actually looks pretty good on him. Edward's assassin outfit. One of my favorite outfits in the games too. I don't like big colorful things, so they were able to put some color in here without it looking gaudy. Switch to that or stick with what we had? Does look good. Should wear that for a little while. Let's roll with that. So, yeah, let me, some of the options are to make the text smaller. The text is actually a little bigger than I had it before with the Night Dev alert, but I think I like the size of the text the way it is now. I could make it wider so that more fits on a line, and that would probably solve it. I don't want to make it taller, but I see what you're saying with a lot of the long bot commands getting cut off, but the bot commands look horrible anyways. I mean, it's like, it's that huge block of text you see above my head right now. I can suppress that so that the bot feedback doesn't even show up there. Maybe that's for the best. Except if I do that, then all the curious little things that the bot says won't show up in the VOD. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know. I don't think there's a middle ground. We either get all of the bot text or none of the bot text. Someone actually investigating.
Must be hiding from the ride.
You know what? Almost. I almost got there close enough. Quickly enough. I guess we're gonna fight our way through, apparently.
Seigneur, il est trop tard. Garde! On a tué quelqu'un ici.
Find the judicial order. Find the judicial order. Oh, are we trying to tear up the judicial order? Are we just trying to get rid of the writ that... Yeah, this is how we're gonna save the Marquis. I thought we were gonna go interrupt the beheading. But it's not that at all. Okay. You like chicken. Wrong place, wrong time. Bye, sir. In case he has medicine on him. I wish there was a way to know what something was carrying for loot. Not really, I don't need to know that, but not being able to pick up medicine if you're full, and then not being able to pick it up a moment later after you've used some medicine so you're not full anymore, it's kind of, well, why not? You like chicken? I like chicken. What do you know? I don't know. Don't make this more difficult than it has to be. I probably did. Rummy probably did just stab him in the nose. We're an equal opportunity stabber. We stab everything. Assad's reprieve. I was actually looking for the map. Can I bring up the map now? Paris Stories, Sewer Rat. Nostradamus Enigma. Critical Mass, how you doing? You prefer the later time periods? So far, I have not been disappointed by a single environment or setting in these games. Some seem better handled than others. But, I don't think I have a preference. At least in terms of settings. Story context. Although, Revolutionary France is maybe up there for me. London was great, but I think I like France a little better. Paris Stories, critical come down. What's nearby? Sewer Rat. I think I'd be bored if they did something I had experienced. Cool as New York is, if they did something in 1980s Manhattan, I would sort of be like, meh. Need something with more flavor. something? Yes.
Oh no. Look at that. Jean-Baptiste Rotondo escaped prison. Ever hear of him? He knows a few things about the assassins. It's likely he'll attempt to get to the Templars and tell him what he knows. Assassinate him before the National Guard can reach him. He's right down there, escaping through the sewers.
Un personnage douteux.
Change can be scary, but it is good. There was no change. What would life be? Need to go down under the city. Sewer rat. So. The music in this game is excellent. There just isn't enough of it. They sort of fixed that in Syndicate. Syndicate has a lot of excellent music. Just wish there was more here in Unity. Because what there is very good. Come on, don't get hung up here. Don't get stuck. Another one of the things they fixed in Syndicate, or at least improved greatly on, was the general parkour and stickiness. Works so much better. In fact, Unity is almost the pinnacle of how bad it got. Starting in Assassin's Creed 3, is my memory of it, was in 3, that things got so... You had a multitude of handholds and places you could jump to, more than ever, but there wasn't a really good way to control which one you ended up on. It was goofy, and it got goofier in the subsequent games. As awesome as Black Flag was, it had that problem pretty bad.
You're no better than the thugs. There you are. Where are you?
Yeah, that guy's pretty stupid if he didn't see what happened. And then there's that famed Assassin's Creed AI. He disappeared. Where are you? Yeah, why don't you look over the ledge? You know, the guy who just dropped over the ledge that you saw drop over the ledge? You can check. RV, I'd say I prefer some things about each one. I'm not trying to dodge the question. I like the combat better in Unity. I think I like the setting a little bit better. The architecture. Sound design is great in both. And as I was just saying, I think there's more active musical ambiance in Syndicate, and I like that. I want that musical ambiance, and it's just not there here, even though the music is great. Up. The controls are definitely better in Syndicate, even though I like the combat here. Oh no! But I didn't have to yell at Evie and Jacob as much as I do usually in a Creed game, at the protagonist who just won't do what you want.
Don't let anyone through here. He might try to double back.
We'll never find the bastard in this rat's nest.
Be ready. We'll come back this way, sure.
Down. Which way did we come in?
Well. Come on, Arno. They really tightened up the parkour in Syndicate. Roll, don't stick! Yes! Yes! Little of the old in and out. In the front. Out the back. No. This is Unity. All right, I gotta do something about that on-screen chat. You're right, it's bugging everyone who's a little OCD. Let's go. And we move over. All right, let's start with that. That may not even be enough, but let's try that. I can make it wider, but I don't want to make the text smaller. I was trying to get up. Tape the area. Why not go the way we came? What's wrong with that? I tried it. To be honest, RV, I really didn't like it, but I think my reasons were very personal. Nothing against Jack the Ripper. I'm sure he's a fine guy. But no, it was a different game. So I tried the Jack the Ripper DLC, and I didn't play it to completion. And I don't like leaving things unfinished. But I was not going to finish that. It was very unpleasant for me to have, I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but such a different style of gameplay, combat, than the main game for reasons. But I just didn't enjoy it for that. I guess I just wanted more of the same, and the DLC should be praised for doing something different. Just know what you're getting into if you play Jack the Ripper. Not the same as the main game. I felt like I was playing Scarecrow in an Arkham game. I didn't want to play Scarecrow. I wanted to play an assassin. So it was weird for me. Tackle the thief. Or the building. Or just climb the building. Did you like, it sounds like you enjoyed Jack the Ripper. Everyone I asked about it before I played it told me they really liked it. So I was actually very surprised that I didn't like Jack the Ripper DLC. We don't all like all the same things, though. I play games here that people I love hanging out with, who are here a lot, just can't stand and don't want to watch. And sometimes people here will hang out for games they don't like because they like hanging out with everybody here. How awesome is that? Oh, I like this thicker skin. It didn't just die from 2 gunshots. Stupid guards. Okay, what's next? Yeah. Why did all the missions disappear? Guess we have no choice but to do that. Now, why would that be? Why would that be? You do a certain number of side missions, or you reach a certain rank, or whatever it is. Why would they suddenly gate us with this mission? This has been available, and so have the side quests. But after doing a few side quests, all of a sudden the side quests disappear and all we have is the main mission. Hey, RV, I wouldn't put it past them to try it. To try one in present day or near future with cars or some sort of powered vehicles or fancy technology. I wonder how far they could take it. Would they try... I mean, they've been trying to salvage the whole Precursor story ever since they... to you-know-who, way back when. And it's been terrible. The Precursor story is just the most boring part of the series. It had some teeth, and then it lost its teeth years ago, and now they've just been digging up the corpse through Abstergo repeatedly. And who really likes Abstergo? I'm sure there's some of you who like Abstergo, but if you like Abstergo, understand, and I'm sure you do already, that most of us don't. Nothing personal, but Abstergo is boring. It's not what we want. So Precursor technology, Abstergo, they still have these links to the present and maybe to the future. Maybe they could do something with that. That would be interesting. But, how you doing, Weiss? Nothing much. Nothing much. Just, rambling on about Abstergo for a moment. I'm really enjoying Unity. I think it's fantastic. I haven't ever played an Assassin's Creed game that wasn't buggy, so it might have been a mess on launch, but whatever bugs it has now are just normal bugs. Normal. Alright, I don't, can we still fast travel? Yes, but not exactly to where I want. No, fast travel, no. Nope. And then we have been officially gated. Or is it just no fast travel because I was in active combat? That it? That was the whole thing? We weren't gated at all. It was that I still had a cop on my tail. Okay, well then we don't have to do the next story mission. We can do something else. Paris stories. A la lanterne. Defend a grieving mother as she attempts to return with a memento of her murdered son.
Je me méfierais de cet homme.
Tu dois en tête, toi.
Hey, don't make this difficult. Arno loves to make things difficult.
Je crois que je serai utile ailleurs.
Your chest is full. Speaking of chests. Morgan's Fist, what's up? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? Paris stories. A la lanterne. Or however you say it.
I've taken a small pendant from his neck. Please, sir, could you protect me as I take it back to our family home?
I don't even know
Will
which.
you not leave me in peace?
I don't even know which one is speaking.
But to return home to grieve my loss.
Who, you? Oh, you. Okay. Could anyone tell who it was?
Death to aristocrats!
Hold on. I don't usually like doing the whole points thing. But I would give it a pretty high score. Oh, come on. I really do like this slower combat. It has a good feel to it. Having a variety of weapons and animations, including pole arms. It's worth. Hey! Hands off the lady! I can't do ground executions yet. I haven't paid for them or gotten far enough in the story yet. Actually, heal up. Can we lend her some medicine? Why is it always an escort quest? When you have magic medicine for your character, you can never heal your escort. So rare. I'd probably give it at least, forgetting what it was when it was new, because I didn't play it then. Here and now, patched up, PC version, running pretty smoothly. I'd give it at least a 7, if not an 8. And I don't like doing numbers, so that's cheesy. There are things about it I like and things that bug me. So that's a flawed response. There are parts of it that I would rate higher than that, and parts that I would rate lower. So that's just a weird, lazy average. A number pulled from my arse. lady, I shall defend thee. Oh! Oh, she's got a sword too. I didn't even notice. She's armed.
Laissez-moi la vie.
Onward, Duchess, onward. What was that sound? I know what that sound is. Hey, Kim. In fact, when I heard the weird noise a minute ago, I thought, is that the start of someone's emote? What timing? We are Woo. Kim, welcome both. How's that for timing? You two came in at the same time? Whatever were you two off doing? Hey.
Cette personne a été tuée. Au secours. Par ici.
Have I heard of Chronicles? Yes. In fact, one of them was in the Ubisoft Humble Bundle, I think. Oh, we didn't. Oh, never mind. Sorry, we just have to kill a few people on the streets on the way. We are Woo. I was thinking of doing what Nate mentioned in his Discord, changing the alerts from enter to on speak. So the first time you say something in chat is when it would trigger. What do you think, Kim? We are Woo. Would that? No one seems down on that idea yet, so I'll probably change that after the stream. If anyone's got any strong feelings about it, we'll try it the other way, see how it works. Roy, what's happening? Oh, there we go. Hey, hey, get off her. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. Yeah, in case you want to lurk. There you go. There you go. Subs with sound effects are welcome to lurk too, of course, and I guess it does sort of announce your lurkage. In case you really want to lurk, it's a good point. Lurk, lurk, lurk. I did. I was starting to get jealous of everyone with the updated Twitch alerts chat that looks so clean. I think I may need to make it wider still. There was that sound again. Oh, definitely. Yeah, Weiss, I want to see Deadpool tomorrow, but I may or may not be able to. I'm seeing a client in the morning, and if it goes very quickly, I might have time to go to a matinee, an early show. But I don't want to be rushing back for the stream. Although, if I don't go and see it tomorrow, the earliest I could see it would be Sunday. So maybe I'll go Sunday. Oh, you don't want to mess with me in an alley. Hey. 'Cause that'll happen to you. Yes, Duchess. Yes. Brandish that sword. I just did, RV. It's up on YouTube if you want to see it. Just played it. Was it last week or the one before? It was awesome. It was so good. So good. It was probably the funniest game I've ever played, although Stick of Truth, in terms of raunchy humor, just being off the walls, batshit crazy. Deadpool and Stick of Truth are just...
Thank you, kind sir. At least I have...
Memory complete. Yeah, I'm not big on the crowds either. You watched it today? The movie? Was it out where you are already? Awesome. I'm hearing good things. I mean, the reviews The reviews were out before the film. In this case, no crazy embargoes. I guess that doesn't really happen too much with movies. Movie reviews always get out. Games that are still under silly embargoes. Hey, some games. Troy, that was super fun. Nice. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for the offer. Yeah, I'll be going by myself. Oh, what's next? What's close? Choices. Besides being that you want to unlock something in the end, what's the deal with Nostradamus? Are the actual Enigma quests any good? I don't really want to get into them if there's no point in doing some if you're not really doing them all. I don't want to shoot to do them all, not during this stream anyways. So I probably won't do them. Murder mysteries. I think I'd like to steer away from the murder mysteries for now. Interesting, but time sinky. So, interesting time sinks. There's always interesting time sinks. Not worth it, Troy? Okay, good to know. You're gonna suggest we meet up in Kearney. That's, Nebraska? Is that Nebraska? Harris Stories, French Crown Jewels. Recover 3 lost diamonds from the French Crown Jewels. That sounds good. Murder Mysteries gets you weapons. Oh, is that why they're kind of worth it? So I did one. I did the hot chocolate one today. And I did another one the other day. They just seem like they take a while, unless you make a guess and accuse someone early on. Actually gathering all of the evidence can really take a while. And then reading all of the poorly edited secondary dialogue that they seem to have put in. I may screw up French names, but the dialogue was poorly edited in that murder mystery, suggesting they didn't really have their A-team on the writing, or people were rushing to fill it in. Yep, Kearney, the Pioneer Museum. People used to go to the giant Pioneer Museum, but it went bankrupt. Midpoint of the state. Got to do your good deed for the day. I think I'm trying way too hard not to run into people. But it feels so much better when you're running through a town and you don't have to knock people out of your way. It just feels better. Very nice. Oh, sorry. I might be able to afford a better weapon. Take a look. Wouldn't it be weird if, RV? I understand that to happen a lot to people, especially on Tinder, right? Isn't that what's called catfishing? That the definition of catfishing? But yeah, that would be weird. That would be weird. On the internet, people pretend to be lots of things, too. So, try not to be too surprised. Right now, I'm using the Lochaber axe. A polearm with a blade, as opposed to one that just spears someone. And the animations are different. If you have the Spontoon, it's going to be different animations than the Lochaber axe. Although I suspect a lot of the bladed axes, like the Sparth, would have the same animation set. Probably similarities. Pike hammer. For the soldier who just can't make up his mind, this polearm boasts a hammer on one end, an axe blade on the other, and a spear point coming out the top. I want. What? 200,000 francs. Long way off. Hacking it, I don't know what it's going to take to get 1,000 helix points, but sounds like it's also not going to happen. Ceremonial partisan. So what's actually in range? What could I actually buy? That would be an upgrade. Kursk? How do you say that? Kursk? A well-crafted weapon. It features a fine sculpted head with a sharp blade. So that might be a slasher as well. Oh, wow. Hey, that's good news. Got a whisper with good news. Now, okay, Critical Mass. So I was saying if they did Manhattan in the 80s, it would be kind of meh for me. But New York in the early Edison Einstein era, I mean, yes, if we could roll back to early New York, maybe not enough tall buildings then, though, which is the same problem they would probably have if they went to Egypt. I know Egypt is one of the rumors, but you need something with architecture unless you want to just make a very different kind of Assassin's Creed game. You don't want to have to make up the existence of tall structures in the place where your game exists. And yet there are a lot of places that would be really cool, but don't have tall structures. And I know pyramids, but there aren't that many big pyramids, other than the Great Pyramids. All right, maybe we're not changing. Ceremonial long mace. That might be fun. Although it's ceremonial, this mace can still introduce a man's teeth to the gutter. Like staff. I could have that right now, but all it would do is change the animations. That would be cool, but why not get a damage boost? Although maybe that plus an upgrade would be a damage boost. What do you think? Spiked staff? Mia went outside once. Amazing graphics. But the gameplay and the story was just awful. Awful. What do you think? Do you want to see the spiked staff? Still pricey. Starting to make... no, I only have 11,000 francs. I was looking at the wrong thing. It's going to be expensive. Yes, Tense is down with that. Be tempting. Sure, let's do it. You now own the spiked staff. We now have to upgrade it. 2,000 to upgrade it. Sweet. But we should hopefully see a reduction in damage going back to the Lochaber axe. Or no, is it just totally even? So really, it's the same damage. Oh, you know what else? I didn't even see this. This happened during the 14 hours of Unity that got lost with the save games. Non-lethal. The spiked staff is non-lethal, whereas obviously the Lochaber axe is lethal. Still though, we're gonna bust some heads. That was the correct response, people. That was the correct response when someone pulls out a big fucking staff. Spikes on it. Everybody run.
Well, this is a surprise.
Who cares about not being seen? I want to see what this does. Oh! You're telling me that that kick to the back of that guy's neck while he was down on the ground is non-lethal? Sure. Play along. Totally non-lethal.
Quelqu'un peut-il me dire ce qui se passe?
Yeah, or crushing someone's skull with a spike would be non-lethal. Alright, it stretches the imagination a bit.
Hey! Go on! Hold there! Clear out your
Oh, and he just shot me. Fucking hate being shot. Yeah, oh, and that certainly wouldn't be lethal. Yeah, these are Batman levels of believability for the non-lethal attacks. Do you consume the marrow to survive, Rummy? Just use the halberd. Well, after what I spent on this, I'm gonna use it for a little while. Let's go around to that chest first. Come on, Arno. Arno, you are the master making things difficult. Maybe. Alright, fine. The lock's that simple, I'll go for it. Roll. Oh. Sorry. Divination, what's going on? What a troll. Pick another lock. Please be another easy lock. Nope. See, what a troll. Oh, CJ, were you not CJ. Not CJ. Just Jay. Didn't catch on before when you were talking about CJ, and I don't think anyone else did either. CJ, like Carl Johnson, like San Andreas. Who is CJ? Who is CJ? Only CJ I know is there. Just Jay. Just Jay. That's why the J is capital. Just Jay. My JOB, which I would prefer to just be all of this, is computer support. Home and small business stuff. Been doing that for a very long time. But no CJ here. Just Jay. French crown jewels.
There's no end to it. We managed to recover the stolen crown jewels. Now we find 3 prominent gems are still missing. And one of those is the French blue itself. The jeweler Lefrancois has a shop near Allogran. It's possible the thieves tried to sell the gems to him.
Okay, theft of the crown jewels. Find the jeweler. Kill the criminals with your... Oh, well that will work. I was gonna say with your non-lethal weapon. Oh! God, I want the ground executions. And I want to do some polearm flips. I have this memory of, I don't know with what weapon, or am I thinking of Syndicate, of doing some sort of a grab and... Is it Unity or Syndicate where you can swing on a pole and kick someone? Because I remember that being Unity and thought it was with a polearm weapon. And I am not finding it. So your real name is just Jay? No, real name is Zach, but Jay works for here. It's in the The short explanation is that I made a lot of characters in MMOs I used to play with J names, and everyone in the guild started calling me Jay, and it just stuck. So I kept it for this. Hey, Tom. Yeah, the Kenway outfit. Just put it on. I was wearing something else. The medieval, tailored medieval pieces of the tailored medieval gear. Jay just likes J names. Already did, Tom. Just last month. Played through all of Syndicate. Except Jack the Ripper. I played some of Jack the Ripper and decided I didn't like how different it was. I didn't like the gameplay in Jack the Ripper. I know it's not the same thing, but if you want to check any of that out, it is up on YouTube. There you go. This doesn't open. That's kind of happening everywhere, Critical Mass. Alright, that's not fair. It's not everywhere, but there are a lot of techs anymore. There's a lot of schooling for it. There's tons of certifications for different things if you want that. But I've found it hard to advertise my business like it used to be possible back when people actually used phone books. Oh God, thank you, hey. But nowadays, if you live in a saturated market, advertising and getting above the noise is really tricky. So I don't actually try to do that. I tried last year, spent money I didn't have advertising.
With an impressive diamond.
Wasn't fun.
I refuse to have anything to do with it. And ever since, he's been lurking in an alley nearby and badgering my customers.
RV, basically with a green screen. Got a green screen behind me. The software that broadcasts does chroma key, so you can set a color that gets removed from the image in real time. And so green, blue, whatever a high contrast color is to whatever you're displaying works well. So green is probably the most common. So the answer is a green screen and some lights, and then the open broadcaster software does the rest. Am I stealing or just... Hey! Ah, what a script bullshit. Clown. What a clown. I don't care if you took anything. I'm gonna tackle you. Arno! I didn't even know that could happen. You could make a failed dive. Damn it, Arno.
I didn't take anything.
What a trolly game mechanic. Okay, tackle and then steal. Steal. Fuck you! Game, please.
I didn't take anything.
Some cheeseball shit. You know what? Just beat him up. Thank you. Now, can I retrieve it? Thank you. Don't run away. Stay. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Note, Bernard, if you can't sell your diamond, come join me at the border. We'll smuggle them out and sell them in Flanders. I'm waiting at the Barrière des Martyrs border post. Barrière? How do you say that? Flanders! Oh, I tackled that ground good. Those three looked like they could have used some coin. None of them thought to look in the chest they were all standing next to. Tom, what happened to me when I was yelling? I tackled this guy a couple times. I was supposed to retrieve something, and I get very close to him before his script kicked in and he started doing anything. I was close enough to steal from him when all of a sudden he auto-triggers and runs. Then I tackle him and miss him a few times. Tackled the ground, actually, once. Yeah, I have a green screen, not a blue screen, but both are decent options. Who's that stumbling fool? In a weird way, not running into people and having to push them out of your way. It's sort of like a racing game. Very slow racing game. Got a glimpse of him. That was sooner than expected. I guess we have a target. Arno. Arno. Out of the way. Sneaky man coming through. Yes, before anyone... What a clusterfuck. Oh, they're both here. They're... Oh, shit. Oh, God, no. And the guns. Oh, this is just fucked. Yes, I know how to heal. But I hate just healing because something cheap like this. I mean, you know how many heals I'm going to have to spam if they just keep shooting me? I'd rather do it again than sit there spamming magic heals while they put bullets in my head and pretending that that makes any sense. Oh yeah, thank you, Lamia. I've been really bad posting that poll lately, although the poll is already pretty much decided. You never know. You never know. There's a 9-vote lead right now for Metal Gear Solid 4 next week. When will I end the poll? At the latest, I will end it on Saturday. And I don't know, I might end it tomorrow and just call it done. But, so yeah, if you're pushing for Metal Gear Solid 3, if you want Snake Eater on Extreme, get on that. Get on that, it's in second place. It's got some catching up to do. I think MGS4 will be cool. There will be a lot of downtime in cutscenes, although really all the Metal Gear games have a lot of cutscenes. 4 is just a little abusive at times where it gives you control for 10 seconds and then there's a cutscene, and then 10 seconds and then there's a cutscene, which understandably makes people nuts. Good news is, they tend to be good cutscenes. Arno! Arno! Sorry, Arno, I need you to be lethal right now. Lethal and swift. And stealthy. I want you to be all of these things at once. Take to the sky, Arno! How did you grab that corner? That corner had nothing. Here we go, here we go. Faster, Arno! Now, quick, retrieve, retrieve, retrieve. You won't even loot when you're in combat. Alright, well in that case, there's no way I'm gonna sit while they just shoot me from all sides. So maybe we can get a couple to follow up here. Fight them on the roof, go back down for the diamond. What a mess. Someone come up here. Even Spider-Man doesn't stick like that. It's quiet enough. Go down? Those are some stupid guards. Come on. Come on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Get out of there.
Je vous en prie, citoyen.
Just know that your face is giant on your screen. You have a huge TV. Oh, you want to see giant? That would be giant. That would be giant. This is tiny.
À l'aide. Par ici.
Sorry if I scared you, Roman.
Come by later if you want to talk. I'll be back.
I don't have it hotkeyed. I had to I had to mouse that one. Yeah, I think. But there's a few steps to it. I have to get a clean chomp recording without a background that's too busy, and I can do that with a close-up probably. And then I gotta make a decent animated GIF out of it, right? And then get it over to BTTV and decide which one we're gonna drop. We could decide that now. Which of the existing BTTV emotes should we drop? Because we gotta drop one. You can only have 5. Is that the one we would drop, Weaver? Or are you giving approval? Is the foo streaming? The foo. Everyone's favorite foo. Oh! Your screen is glitchy and making my face giant. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that.
Whose side are you on? What exactly are you accusing? Who are you fighting for? I'm a traitor.
I've brought your diamonds, sir.
The diamonds. I will see that they are safely returned to the National Convention.
Sure you will. I totally believe you. If one has to go, you'd say the yeah? Huh. We don't have to decide today. But, yeah, let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know if you want to get rid of the yeah. Quebec girl, how are you? How about you? Hey, Star Wars Mega Boss. Seriously. How you been? It has been a long time. Quebec girl, you're doing well. Awesome. Oh, I thought for a minute we were stuck going on to a story mission. It was for other reasons that I thought that. So we could keep doing side missions. Paris stories. Constructing a close shave. Retrieve the stolen components of the guillotine. 5 diamond difficulty. These things. Papers. So if I'm going to avoid the Nostradamus Enigma for now, and if there's a murder mystery you really want to see, there's a really cool one. Bet some of them are cool, they just seem like they're very time sinky. Count on me reading a lot of stuff if we go to the murder mysteries. There you go, Kim. Just get partnered. It'll be easy. Yeah, I think initially you get 4 or 5, then the next step up is maybe 8. Maybe 8. That would be cool. And then we'd have the BT TVs as extras. That would be awesome. Well, good luck to you, Star Wars Mega Boss. Stay on it. Work hard, and then school. Next thing you know, it's done. Seems like forever, but the next thing you know, it's done. Truth, Kim. Transcoding be my #1 desire. And then having more emotes, having integrated Twitch emotes would be fantastic. It's funny to hear myself say that now, because when I first started lurking on Twitch, I really didn't get the whole emote thing, let alone Kappa. But like any of the emotes, it all just seemed weird. Why is everyone so hung up on emotes? But when you communicate through a text medium, anything that you can use to be more expressive is a good thing. And the emotes help with that. Paris Stories, sadistic blackmail. Help the Marquis de Sade blackmail his enemies by stealing incriminating items. Sounds interesting. Creepy, but everything the Marquis de Sade does is creepy. No amount of transcoding will save us from the wrath of TDS. I fear you are correct. That's neat. I don't think I've been up on any of these high perches in the middle of a bleak, rainy day in Paris yet. Really nice. Rain's picking up. Ah, I just want to close my eyes and soak it in. We're off. Where are we off to? Behind me. Five-day weekend. You are lucky. Your chest is full. Your chest is full. Yes, it has like 80 francs in it. Excuse me. The wet and crowded streets. See, Arno just making things difficult. Look out. Damn it, Arno. Oh, you did not. Arno, please. Damn, Arno, come on.
Dear fellow, I very much appreciate the inexplicable disappearance of my death lord. Now, the joys of retribution.
He was already talking to us. We had not made it in yet, but he was talking to us. The Marquis de Sade wants to blackmail his enemies. William James. Oh, I don't have this game. I don't really have many games for the Xbox One yet. I mean, I've got Rise of the Tomb Raider and Saints Row 4. Okay, RV. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time. Or sometime. I'll be back on tomorrow and Saturday. And then a couple days off. But if you haven't checked out the schedule yet, keep an eye on that.
After the removal of Grignon, my political enemies became reckless. I happen to know that each one is hiding a delightfully salacious secret.
Aren't they always?
Here's a list of items to blackmail them. Steal those items, and Grignon's old, debauched neighborhood will remain under my gentle care. I do hate to be a scold, but I really need all of those objects.
that sucks, because I really was saying a bunch of stuff. I was answering some whispers from We Are Woo. At least I gave one answer by text. Mike. Well, that's a bunch. What's closest? Got a lot. Great many enemies. Start with this one. That was fast. Yeah, Quebec girl, that's what the trombone sound was for. The mic command. Used to, and probably still do it a lot, but I think I used to do that more. I gotten a little better at not being muted.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Rage Mage, thank you very much for the host. Man, what happened to my message? Why is my message so broken? Is there? What the what? Get off and on. Rage Mage, my man. Everybody check out Rage Mage, please, on Twitch when you get a chance. Well worth your time. A lot of fun. Great streamer. And I don't know why the host alert didn't work and say all that stuff automatically, because yes. Also, Ankbot turned out when Ankbot corrupted the other day, and I thought it was just a few settings files that corrupted. Something is actually still corrupted because it won't auto log in to the bot or the streamer accounts right now. Where am I going? Now I'm probably closer to something else. First. I don't know. I need to reinstall it, check some things, but something is still amiss. Ankbot, Entrobot. No, it did the on-screen alert, but in chat it just said Rage Mage is now hosting you, and there's actually a whole message in chat that's supposed to go that the bot did not execute properly. And now I'm wondering if that's one of the things that got borked. I'm glad the on-screen alert still works. So many different pieces to all of this stuff. Easy to push a button and start streaming, but to get everything you want the way you want it, that takes a lot more work. Oh, they don't want me here, huh? Well, I'll find another. Oh, damn it, Arno. Master of complicating things. They're slightly upset that someone just got murdered in front of them. Not tremendously. No one's leaving or anything. Another one. How many more want to come up the stairs? Just offer themselves up. Hey, at least you called a guard. It's about time. I don't think the guards are listening, though. Ornate brooch. Where to next? Let's go this way. Life was cheap back then. Is that why? Gotta have priorities. Life was cheap back then. Excuse me. Sneaky man coming through. Don't want none. We got a little bit of music. I realized it was chase music and the chase is over, but for a game that has excellent music, they just don't use it enough. They could create substantially better ambiance by using the music they already have, or... Oh, sorry, ladies.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Hey, Quebec girl, thank you for the host. Thank you very much. And Quebec girl, do you stream actively? I'm trying to be picky choosy with the streamer commands. You do. You do. Have I already given you a follow? I haven't. Well, that was an oversight then. So it does an API error. How do you like that API error? What a game. You're away since 3 weeks. Yeah, the bot's a little confused about what you've been playing. All good. All good. Are you planning on coming back to streaming? You should check them out. API error. I hear it's the hot new thing. You're gonna get back to it on Saturday. Can't wait. Right on. This is awesome. I absolutely love the experience I've had streaming. Been not just life-changing, which it has been, but it's just continued to be the best source of pleasure in my life. I've never met so many cool people, and I've been a hermit for so long that I haven't even been meeting people until I started streaming on Twitch. I had just been intentionally avoiding people for many, many years. And I couldn't be happier to cut that shit out. Feels really good. What a thing. What did we all do before Twitch? Gonna be playing Syndicate and Black Flag. You're not playing all of them on Saturday, are you? That would be a long day. Or are you playing all of them on Saturday? Oh, really? We're gonna have to knock him cold. Oh, no, we're not. He's totally not. Shit. Come on, come on. Sure, that totally worked. Sure. Whatever you say, game. Whatever you say. Probably not. You're asking about ARC, RV? I mean, maybe if a few of us wanted to all play together, it's possible. If we were going to put together a group to do it sometime. But I don't have it. I don't really have any plans for it. I've seen it played a little bit. I don't know. I mean, it looks fun, if that's your thing. And it's not necessarily my thing, but I like trying new stuff on Twitch. Doing a lot of things on Twitch, playing things differently than I would if I was playing them by myself. Non-lethal. Totally non-lethal. Trust me. What are your thoughts on ARC? I'm guessing you like it, but what do you like about ARC? Well, even if it isn't right now, Iceman, doesn't mean there won't be interest later. All it takes is a few people getting excited all at the same time, and then the next thing you know, it's happening. And I bet if it happened like that, we would have a really good time. It does seem like the sort of game where if we were going to put together a group, there would need to be some commitment to playing it more than just, you know, you can't just play it one afternoon for 8 hours and call it good. So what would be the plan for continuing that? Like, would other people keep playing it if we started it on stream as a multiplayer thing? And then would anyone keep playing it after I stopped streaming it? I would want people to, even if I stop playing because the stream moves on to other things. Reign of Kings. What's left? The one I almost went to at the beginning. That's what's left. It's just not right. I need to kill them. Well, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. Back to the Lochaber axe. The ceremonial long mace is also non-lethal. Keep that in mind. So that would have been cool. This is kind of what I want. But I would need 25,000. If I hadn't bought an upgraded... Let's not think about that. I'd be really close. I'd be really close right now. I'd be over 20,000. I think we should save up for that. And I don't have enough Helix points. Something tells me there's probably a real money mechanism for Helix points, and I don't want to mess with that. Yeah, maces are totally non-lethal. No one ever died at the hands of a person with a mace. Ever. Oh, well. So, okay. Just thinking about Entrobot spam on the on-screen chat. That fits now. Still looks weird. The wrapping is weird. I might make the box wider so that more fits on a line and it doesn't have to go. Maybe it'll only take up less vertical space. Deal with your own thief. Why does everyone need Arno's help? All right, there it is. Whatever it is.
What's the problem now?
If anyone reads it, I'm a dead man.
Don't be silly.
Are you crazy? We have to find it.
Oh, how convenient. This letter? Were you really looking for the letter right next to you, or was someone else talking? Fast Arno! Yeah, just get confused about how to climb when there's people noticing you. It's the best time to get confused about your one job. Are you wearing pants? Maybe. Maybe. Forgot to change weapons. Frack. Fixed. Arno! So awkward, Arno.
Bien, je ne sais pas trop quoi en penser.
Wrong way! Really? Oh, Arno, Arno. Drop. Drop, please. Descend, please, Arno. Wrong place. Wrong time. Just... Arno, do you know what you're doing? Do you have a clue? I think sequence 9 needs to be completed. That looked like a ground execution to me, but Arno will generally not do that because I haven't bought the ground execution skill yet. Or can I? Just to remind you all, the ground execution is going to require completion of sequence 9 and 8 Assassin Creed, whichever. There's too many points that all look like the assassin symbol. I don't know which is which, but that's the one for skills. When you get the least of, you get those from completing missions. Story missions. As far as I know, only for completing story missions. Back to the marquee.
Ah, yes.
Ah, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Arno. I take such pleasure imposing my will on others. Is that wrong?
They're really keeping the whole Marquis de Sade stuff pretty tame. Just making little quips about his nature. If that's all it was, he wouldn't be so bad. Alrighty then. I hit up these initiate chests. Don't they have outfits and gear that you're really supposed to have picked up early in the game? Is that what they are, or using it with something else? Let's hit up the initiate chest. See what's in them. How far would you want them to go? The gold ones do? Yeah, I think let's head for that. Let's head for that. Let's actually fast travel. I kind of want to pick those up and move on. It's not like they're going to be fascinating. We're not going to end up using everything we get. No. Nope. No one is going to help you. Because the only person in this world who could possibly help you is Arno, and he's busy.
Ma parole, quel aventurier!
What is it? Connor's Master Assassin outfit. I think we'll keep Edward's on. Connor's gear. They're probably all the past assassins. And we're gonna get, I don't know if I already have Ezio's, but we'll probably get it. And we haven't done this splendid quest. Does it start here? Does the sword fighting quest line with the awesome ending start here in the park? It does. There it is. Oh, I know what we're doing after we collect these chests. What's it called? I don't want to miss it here. Paris Stories, A Fistful of Duelers. Best quest. Best quest. At least the best ending. Keep playing? Please, go on, sir. Don't drop the soap, Arno. There he goes. Like I said, our world is very complicated anymore, RV. We have too much information everywhere. Whether it's a search result that disappears on you or something else. Just, you're bombarded by way too much information. Pieces never fit together quite right. And everything is changing every day. So the way one thing works one day, especially online, but not the same the next day. That may not have made a lot of sense, but what I had, the explanation is probably really dry and boring, but I was thinking of searches and the use of the back button and how that functionally has changed and how frustrating it is for some people when the way a back button works doesn't work in some places, others, and why, and how something as simple as the back button in our web browsers has actually changed quite a bit under the hood to accommodate a lot of people's expectations, as the things which we do online have changed so dramatically. Back button used to be a really simple thing. Just couldn't handle a lot of what people were doing.
La peine encourue en cas d'infraction est de 150 livres. Ça devrait dissuader les plus réticents d'entre vous. Contrôle de la bonne exécution de ces directives et
Kind of thought about it. Yeah. I wish it were as simple as doing that and success. Step 1, Facebook. Step 3, profit. That would be awesome. And thank you for the suggestion, too. I am a little bit Facebook averse, but aside from that, the marketing company I worked with a little bit last year, we don't need to discuss, but they actually did, for a while, use a Facebook page for the business. Didn't give it maybe enough time, but I need to remember to jot that down. Speaking of, let's go do the dueling quest. Here in the park. No harm in giving it a try. Well, is it... I know there's Twitch lag here. I suppose that's true in this case. No harm in giving it a try. Would take, if I was gonna do it myself and try to keep up with it, it would take time. So no harm, but time. We don't need to whisper it. No whisper needed. Beat you to it. Beat you to it. It's right there. It's Entropic JTV on YouTube. On the tubes. Okay, so if you haven't seen this dueling quest, it is pretty funny. And it's pretty fun.
I am the Chevalier Deon, master swordsman, diplomat, and sometimes spy. Do not be confused by my attire. I simply prefer to clothe myself in female garb.
It is a little confusing.
You are an assassin. I'm hoping you can help me, but first, I'd like to ensure that you're the man for the job. There are several swordsmen who will test your acumen. Challenge each of them and draw first blood. And what, you don't step on my dress?
The combat was messy, but otherwise, yes. I really liked the gameplay of Mad Max. It was a lot of fun. I'll probably play a little more of it off stream, or if we needed filler one day, maybe mess around a bit. I thought it would be too repetitive from what I had heard and the little bit I had seen, but I really liked it. I just couldn't really get enough of it. Paying enough attention. Where are we off to? We're supposed to duel certain people. Are they not marked? Excuse me, sir. I think they gave him a full-on female model. Like, he's got cleavage. And then he just likes the clothes. Hey, he's wearing a push-up bra. Who am I to judge? Anyways, where am I going, sir? Where am I going? I'm gonna grab that if I can. It's a trap. It's not a trap. He's very honest. He's very straightforward. That was very stupid, Arno. Eye on the prize, Arno. Eye on the prize. The exclamation point. Is there only one, or is that another quest? Missions. You are correct, sir. No, that's the main mission. That's the main mission. Thought you were correct. Los, RoboCop, what's happening? RoboCop, what's up? I'm just chilling, man. Just chilling. And looking for my first duel. Even though I did this quest before. This? I think so. So, Bob. Which is why I put it on the schedule for Saturday as well. If we don't need it, we don't need it, but I'm thinking we might. There we go. No, so I haven't, Doc. I've kind of been avoiding it. I think even though we're in a simulator, which can justify the instant changing of the disguise because we're really in a computer sim, it's still just... Don't like the idea that we can just push a button and just look like something else. You should use disguises. Yeah. Mike, what's up? You finally got your fix. You were going through withdrawal yesterday. Fix of? Hey, Mystery. Yes, long time. What have you been up to? Long time no ABC. It just seems terribly unrealistic. And even though lots of things are unrealistic, that one is just glaring in your face. I just zapped myself into a new costume. So, oh, man, I really should have been listening better because I don't know where I need to go. It's a Paris story, so let's look. Paris stories. Fistful of duelers. Prove your acumen to the Chevalier by defeating a number of swordsmen scattered throughout the district. Untrack and retrack. Tracked. But active all missions that help and help. Why is it not more clear? Are these special travel points? Bacon or chicken? Both. But bacon. I mean, if you just had to have one for the moment, go bacon. Bacon. Mike, you were playing American Nightmare because it's backwards compatible now. RoboCop, I'd say you don't have to use the disguise to enter. There's always other ways. I do not believe that it would be a firm requirement to use a disguise, because you have to buy that skill, and it's an optional skill. If the game required it, they would have to make it a non-optional skill. Or they're just bullshitting about it being an optional skill. Correct. I have not done any of the cafe theater missions yet. I just want to know where the duels are. I don't know why I'm not finding it. Let's leave the park. Maybe a duel will show up when I actually leave the park. It just needs a trigger. I'm being way too stubborn. I don't remember having trouble finding people to duel before. Nothing. What's frustrating? Does anyone remember where the duels are? I'm thinking no one remembers where the duels are, or why they're not marked. I don't remember them not being marked. Do something else. Stop the public censors from suppressing theatrical productions. The Great Escapist. Infiltrate the ruins of the Bastille to recover a famous rope ladder. That sounds fun. That's an interesting way. I don't know which DLC you're referring to. But obviously that sounds a little creepy. More than a little creepy. What are the red houses? Social clubs. Non-renovated social clubs. Do they have anything to do with it? I wonder. Do they have anything to do with it? Doc, I'm glad you pointed that out, because I really wasn't paying attention. Have they been there the whole time? Did they just show up occupied? Let's go to a nearby one. Maybe that's related. Maybe she even said. He said. He said, she said. Maybe it was said that these social clubs are where we need to duel people. I definitely wasn't paying attention today during the dialogue. Red houses contain treasure most of the time.
Over here.
Renovation. No, definitely not that dueling quest. You want to renovate this cafe, your cafe theater income will increase. You got to spend 5K to do it. Why not? Right now my income's only 80 and I don't even go to pick it up. Will this be a worthy investment? Don't know. No, I'm going to wait on it. I want to save up for that 25,000 franc weapon. Let's see. I know you weren't really posting a link to it, just got confused about no space. You like the custom outfit I wore in the last video, the one with the pure shadow color. I liked it too. It was the medieval, tailored medieval pieces I think you're talking about. I didn't quite get the dark color that I wanted because it was going to cost a fortune to get it. And it looked like there was a similar one I had to unlock. I can show you that was again. Equipment, colors, head, chest. So if we go back to individual pieces, there was this tailored medieval hood. Oh, I have to take off the outfit and then it'll just come back on. If I took off Kenway's outfit, this is what I was wearing, mostly tailored medieval. But the color I wanted was locked away. I need 100 cockades for the pure shadow. 100. I don't know how many I have, but it's closer to 5. If I renovate, I'll go from 80 to collecting thousands. That's tempting. And then the darkest alley I could buy right now, but it's green and black, and I'd almost rather just go with dark gray and black. It's the one I really want. What a bizarre thing to say. Wouldn't want a laser gun. You gotta go. Okay, RV, or Robocop, sorry. Messages right next to each other. Robocop. Sounds good. Thank you for hanging out. We'll see you later. Gotta go, got some stuff to do. See you later, have fun. Thank you, thank you. Later. 17,000. Okay, so I'll invest. Let's invest. Let's invest. Sounds like the smart thing to do. And I could wait a little while longer and then start to buy whatever would be nice. Achievement unlocked. Yay. I guess this also produces missions. Successful renovation. Fair enough, Doc. Yeah, it doesn't look like it'll go up that much right away. Not worried about it, but it's a long-term thing. I just want to know where those duels are at. Why? Can't find the duels. So let's do this. The Great Escapist. Actually, it's break time, and then Great Escapist. Anybody wants to look up where the duels are, feel free to, but otherwise, I think I'll just wait and we'll stumble into them after a quick break. I think Great Escapist. Do a few more side quests, and then maybe go back to the main storyline for a little bit. When are you planning on finishing this? Saturday is now the plan. I guess there's a chance it'll be finished tomorrow, but let's say we get another 2 hours before my internet goes to shit tonight. We might get less, we might get more, but let's say we get 2 hours. And then tomorrow we get somewhere between 6 and 8 hours. I don't think the game will be finished even if I stayed on the main missions and I want to do some more side quests. Look at the second half of the map here. We haven't even been to the southern part of Paris. None of these areas have been exposed and the story has not sent us there. I'm sure we'll go there soon, but I just don't see us doing everything that I might want to do there. I might suggest tomorrow. So Saturday, I bumped Telltale Game of Thrones. I'll get it back on the schedule. Right now we've got an additional 18 hours. Between tomorrow and Saturday, we've got at least 18 more hours of this. 20 something. So plenty of time. Saturday. Long answer to a short, simple question. All right, don't go anywhere. If you've got some more time, hang out with us a little more today. My internet may fall apart, the stream may end prematurely. That's been the thing lately. Streams aren't ending when I want them to end. They end when my internet craps out. But we're not done yet. It's not over yet, Snake. So let's take another break. Stretch your legs, smoke them if you got them, grab something to eat or drink. I'm gonna go grab something to eat and drink. I will see you all in a few minutes. Cheers.